Hi everyone, and welcome back. Today I'm here with this week's Foiled Tuesday, and it is a little bit different, and I'm so excited about it. I do anticipate this video being a little bit chatty, so I apologize if that's not your type of thing. I haven't decided if I'm going to do a sped up, like putting them down in the planner, or if I'm going to talk through it, although I'm already out of breath, so we'll see how this goes. But today I'm here to show you the September 27th, the September 27th Foiled Tuesday, and we have two new types of items, and then I revamped one of our other items. We have some other updates, things such as that. So I'm just going to go ahead and get into it. The first thing I wanted to start off with is our sheets got a little bit of an update. I mean, just visually up here, we did update it just a little bit, not too much. It doesn't really affect anything. But if you do order this $2 Tuesday, most of you probably won't notice, but some of you might. But the sheets are going to be 0.1 inches shorter. This does not affect the number of stickers that you get on your sheet. You'll still get the same number of stickers. We were leaving this bottom gap as kind of like dead space anyway because of how our system is set up, but we just decided to go ahead and cut it off so that we don't have this weird awkward space at the bottom anymore. And then, yeah, we couldn't fill that with stickers anyway because of our setup, so I just went ahead and cut it off just because it was bothering me. So now we have just a teeny bit smaller, but you still get the same number of stickers, same price, everything. We're all good. So let's just kind of get into it. This week we have these new lace garlands, and then we have our lace dividers, which got an update, and we have these new paper trims, which you're probably wondering what a paper trim is, and I will totally just get into that. So first we have our garlands here, and instead of like your basic lace divider, I've gone ahead and I've turned them into garlands, which I thought was going to be super fun. I feel like this is just something a little bit different that you can mix and match with our existing garlands to make it a little bit more visually interesting. I went ahead and what is the word that I'm looking for? I did just our regular size garland, like they're kind of just like a regular garland, as you can see. But I was contemplating doing like more droopy ones or shorter ones and such, but I just wanted to go ahead and start off with the regular. And then if you guys are interested in like smaller ones, shorter ones, what have you, whatever, just let me know down below and I can make that happen in the future. But I just thought I would start small with just the regular size garland. So let me zoom you in a little bit. I apologize for my nails. The color is like chipping off. For some reason I activated Siri, but so first here we have our lace garland 1, just a classic lace. You do get quite a few on here, and they do have that garland shape without it looking weird. We have our lace garland 2. So pretty. I'm really happy with the way that these came out. We don't just have lace, we have a couple other ones as well. We have our lace garland 3, and I went ahead and I was so nitpicky about this, and I made sure that all of the edges are rounded on these garlands so that they look complete without having to like be up against something, with exception to 2 of them because I just couldn't do that. So I apologize for that, but you will see why in a second. So we have our lace garland 3 here, and our lace garland 4, and then lace garland 5. This one's super pretty, super complicated. I love it. So next we have our floral lace garland, which is kind of like, it's got like florally elements and it's like less doily like, if that makes sense. And then this one is our floral lace garland too. You may, I've released a lot of these in the shop before, so, but now they are in garland form. And this is what I'm talking about, the ones that I couldn't make complete. So I went ahead and I made these floral borders that so many of you love into a garland as well. I just thought that this was so pretty. I mean, look at it. So you have your floral garland one, and like I was saying, I couldn't make the edge complete here just because it's a floral. So I still think it's really pretty though. And then I didn't want the edge to be open here like it is on the like it is on this. Like the edge here is open. So I thought that it would look weird with the garland if the edge is open. So I just went ahead and I added a solid line along the edge just to make that super pretty. I feel like this is so gorgeous. I love all of these, the florals that I did for the other two styles of sheets as well. So I'm excited to show you that. We have our floral garland too. This one's a little more squishy, like squished down. And then we have our vine garland, which I think that this is so pretty. Super dainty, super pretty. I feel like putting some of our regular garlands layered over it, some stuff dangling off of it, I feel like this would be so pretty. And then next we have our scallop garland. I was super excited about this one. I feel like scallops are like still a thing, but maybe not as much as before, but I still think that they have their place. So I went ahead and did some scallops. This, especially with some of those dotted garlands going around like this and down, would be so beautiful. Someone please do that. And then I thought that this wasn't like super dainty, so depending on the look that you're going for, I went ahead and I did a mini scallop garland as well. So you can see that the scallops here are significantly smaller than the regular scallop. So those are all of the like garlands this week. Here are the dividers. I feel like I should have gone into this first because I'm most excited about this, but it's fine, it's fine. So these are the dividers, and I did switch these up a little bit. So a lot of them got skinnier just because I feel like they were taking up a lot of space. But also, I made them continuous, and if you don't know what that means, basically I made it so that it's cut a certain way in the pattern where if you put these directly next to each other, it won't look weird. So it'll just continue the pattern across. So if you were to put this one next to this one, you can make it like basically look like a seamless sticker. And I went ahead and I did that for every single one of these. I made sure that it cut off in the perfect spot to make it continuous. Now, the one caveat to this is that cutting machines are not perfect. However, we have invested in machinery that is a little bit more accurate than our old one. So hopefully the cuts will be more accurate than in the past, at least for our $2 Tuesdays. You should be able to get like the seamless effect, no problem. Maybe with like a little bit of a deviation just because it's the nature of the trade. But so first we have our lace divider one, and I'll show you how you can make these continuous in a second too. That's why I'm debating a live demo at the end. And as we're speaking, I still haven't decided. We have our lace divider 2, lace divider 3, lace divider 4. These do match all of the garlands. We have lace divider 5. And then we have the floral lace divider 2. This is bothering me so much. I am going to change it today. But we have floral divider 1. This is a fave, again with floral divider 2. And then we have our vine dividers. We have our scallop dividers. And then our mini scallop dividers. So like I said, like as you can kind of see here, let me zoom you in a little bit. Of course, you're gonna see more of my jacked up nail. It cut like where the dip is, and it cut where the dip is here as well. So when you put it together, it'll just continue without looking weird. I hope that that makes sense. I will definitely show you in a little bit, and I hope that you like that change as well. Sorry, that threw me off. Next are my babies. These, I don't even want to admit how long these took me. At least trying to figure out the process to make these. I spent hours across multiple days. I cried. I looked at so many different tutorials on how to do different things. I watched so many videos, cried some more, and I finally, I would say blood, sweat, and tears, but I don't think that I bled at all making these. But I am so excited to share these with you guys. I don't know if you are familiar with a particular person in the planner community. Her name is Dani. Her Instagram handle is Dani with a Planny, D-A-N-I with a, and then plan, so P-L-A-N-I, I believe. But I will leave a link to her Instagram down below. But I think it was a couple weeks ago at this point, she was basically taking these different laces, and she was taking, like, let me see, for example, let me grab over here. She was taking like a torn paper strip here, and she was individually putting the laces together to kind of look like it was peeking outside of the paper. And it came out beautiful, but I cannot imagine the amount of time that that took. And I just love that the way that it looked. And so I just went ahead and I made it possible to achieve the same look without having to like puzzle different pieces of lace together. So let me just kind of show you an example of what I'm talking about. So here, this is the floral one, and this is one of our paper strips that's in our journaling kit. And you just put the sticker down behind it, or you can put it on top. I'll show you some examples with the torn paper. And it just kind of like gives it a foiled edge. It is so beautiful. I love the way that it came out. Dani is a genius for putting this, like coming up with this like concept of putting it behind like that. And I am so glad that I figured this out, and I think Dani was glad as well when I showed her, because it's definitely a time saver. So these match these garlands and the dividers, so you can get a fully cohesive spread. I do want to note that there's an example in the listing. So you have the lace paper trim right and the lace paper trim left. The way that I design these is they work with my torn paper strips and my journaling kits. Every shop uses different kind of shapes, and it's totally up to their discretion of like what shape that they use. And even if they use the like same exact shape as me, if they like resize it differently, then of course it makes the bumps go differently. So I can basically guarantee that these work with our paper strips, but I can't guarantee that it'll work with other shops' paper strips. So it will just depend. But I will say that the thicker that they are, so kind of like this one, the lace paper trim 5, and then like this floral lace one, and these floral ones and the vines that kind of have more to them are more likely to work with a variety of strips, instead of like these super thin ones where it's going to really be particular to what you're laying it down with. So here we have the right and the left, and I was going to mix them on the sheet, but I did kind of like some research and I realized that I feel like 80% of shops have their paper trims to the right. And then there's a couple shops that do offer it to the left, and I didn't want to put like half right and half left, and then you have a bunch of lefts that you can't use because there's not as many of them in the community. So I just split it up that way. Hopefully that makes sense. These will continue to be in the shop after this Tutorial Tuesday. So if you do want to pick up like just like a couple to try out with your collection and then pick up more later once you figure out what works best for you. But of course, if you use our kits, then you're already set, you're good. So what I mean by right is that when you put the corner down, it is in the right. So since the right hand corner is here, it's in the right. Well, when I say right hand, I mean like it's a right angle. Is in the right, you would pick up the trims that say right. And I wrote down right in like all caps. When I say left, it would be like this is flipped. So the corner would be in the left. So a good way to know is like, if you're just like looking at this upside down, it's kind of hard to tell. So just flip it over and you're like, oh, okay, it's on the right. Or even if like there's a paper trim up in the corner up here, if it's going like this and you just flip it and it has this shape here, then you know, oh, this is on the left. I hope that that makes sense. But in the listing, wait, let me see if I can pull it up super, super quick. In the listing, I did show examples of like what exactly is a right and what exactly is a left, just so you can see. If my phone will pull it up. I'm so sorry to be showing you stuff on my phone, but editing this in is really difficult. So this is an example of a right where the corner is on the right, and this is an example of a left where the corner is on the left. And I put this in every single listing that has these paper trims so that you can see. But this week only, these paper trims are $2 each, and then they will go up to their regular quarter sheet pricing, which I think is like $3.95 for the foil and like $2.95 for the black or something like that. So basically, this week only, you can get like 50% off these sheets. So let me go ahead and show you the different options, and then I'll show you like a live demo, and then I think that's it. Oh my gosh, we're 17 minutes into this video. So here we have the lace paper trim 1. I'm just going to show you the right because the right is the same as the left. It's just flipped to accommodate other papers. So we have our lace paper trim 1 on the right. You get a ton on here. I mean, I think most people just use like maybe 1 or 2 paper trims in a spread, maybe 3. So you get quite a few weeks on here. But these match the dividers and the garlands. So if you pick up like lace paper trim 1, lace divider 1, and lace garland 1, they're all the same pattern. They all match. To keep that in mind. So we have our lace paper trim 1, lace paper trim 2. Here is 3, 4. Like I said, this is one of the thicker ones, so it will have a little bit more, I guess, give on different strips that it can work with. We have our lace paper trim 5. We have the floral lace 2. This one is so pretty. The floral paper trim 1, which I'm pretty sure that one is the one that I showed you on the other side of this planner. The floral paper trim 2, and then the vine paper trim. So those are all 10, and then you have the right and then the left. So let me go ahead and kind of show you how to use these. As I showed you here, this is the floral 1 paper trim, and it is layered underneath our strip. In the reformat though, I will tell you that we are making it so that the color goes all the way to the edge, so you don't have like this white space gap that you currently have, which I feel like it still even looks good with that white space. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and pull out my 5x7 sticker book just because I feel like it's easiest to do it on this. And then I'm going to pull out the journaling sheet from our December monthly, which if you haven't checked it out, let me just kind of show you. Here's our December monthly. This released on Friday. You can pick it up at the same time. And then here is the matching weekly, just to kind of plug it. Anyway, so we have our paper strip here. And we will just go ahead and I can show you how you can layer these on top or underneath. So the ones that I don't recommend layering on top are these floral ones, just because they have the open gap edge and I feel like it might look a little bizarre. But I'm gonna go ahead and go with this one because I feel like this one's fun. Actually, this one's my favorite. So you're just gonna go ahead and take one, and you can kind of see here, like these just look like wonky little lace lines, but as I go to layer it down, you can see that it is going to line up. I wanted to note that on the edge, I did make this edge straight. Oh, that'd be nice if you could see what I'm talking about. I did make the edge straight here for the foil and straight on the bottom as well, so that when you lay it down, it looks amazing. So here we go. Boom. And just like that, you have a lace edge on your paper strip. The foil is making it kind of hard to see. I hope that you can see that. Maybe I should just keep it down on there. So that is it layered on top. And of course, as I said, you can layer it behind. This is, for this, if you're laying it on top, you can just totally put your strip down first and then like in your planner and then put it down. But if you're planning on layering the strip on top, then I definitely recommend grabbing something like a reusable sticker book or something with reusable sticker paper. Now I will be transparent in that I did just do this like on top of the planner, and since our planner has like the amazing paper, don't mean to brag, but we do have amazing paper. Since it has an amazing paper that is like really forgiving for peeling up stickers, I just went ahead and did it in my planner. But you can do it in a sticker book if you don't use our planners, or if you just don't like have the guts to do that, I guess I would say. So let me go ahead and grab this paper strip. I just grabbed all of these like miscellaneous, actually I'm gonna grab this one. I just grabbed all these miscellaneous journaling sheets that I have laying around from filming different new release videos. Of course, I cleaned my office before I filmed this video, so I'm kind of limited on what I have, but here I'm just going to layer it on top so that that lace is sticking out the top. And as you can see here, you have that beautiful lace peeking out the back. So another thing to note about our, I'm gonna go ahead and put these at the edges so that I have more room to work with. Oop. Another thing to note is that this second paper strip, I don't know if you noticed, is actually smaller than this paper strip by like just a little bit, but I tested this right before the video to make sure. You can just trim the edges even. So let's do a vine one. Oh, so it took me a little bit to just move it around and figure out where it gives me the best look, but one moment. If you just move it around, you do have the extra edge there, which I did not put that down smoothly at all. The only thing I will say when you're layering it on top is it is not forgiving. The sticker paper to itself is not forgiving. So once it's down, she's down. Let me go ahead, that was my chair. Let me go ahead and grab my scissors so I can trim the edge for you. I never have my scissors at my desk. And then you can just trim the edge here. And then trim the edge over here. I like to trim it this way so that it has that flat edge, especially if you're going to put this against a border, but I don't like this little extra piece sticking out, so I'm gonna cut that off too. So here you have it with the smaller piece that is in the journaling kits. And then I'm going to grab another small piece from the journaling kits. And I will show you an example of layering this on top of one. And let me just get these little sticker bits off of my fingers. Okay, so there's that. Let's do one of my favorite ones, and we can do the floral one. So I'm going to go ahead and put the floral down first. And then you can just move this around until it looks right to you. I feel like that looks pretty good to me. And then again, I like to flip it over to see better. I'm just going to trim from the bottom so that it keeps that same straight edge. And then I'm going to trim over here to keep the same straight edge. So here is an example of that behind on the smaller strip in our journaling kits. So these do work on the both the bigger one and the little bit smaller one here. They're in our journaling kits. So here they are in all of their glory. So many different options to choose from. There are 10 different options this week. I think I'm just going to go ahead and speed up the rest of the video to show you the rest of the stuff going down, although I don't think that I'm going to put the more of these lace trims down, just because I feel like you get the idea. But yeah, I hope that you guys love this as much as I do. I'm so sorry that this video is so long and so chatty, but I just was so excited to show you everything. But yeah, thank you so much for watching this. If you have any questions, you can message me on Instagram, email me at hello@sadiestickers.com, or leave a comment down below. These will be up until Friday at noon Eastern Standard Time, and then these smaller sheets will come down, and then these bigger sheets will stay up in the shop, but their price will increase. So do keep that in mind. But yeah, that is everything that I have for you this week. Like I said, any questions, comments, let me know. If you want to see some stuff get put down in the planner, keep on watching. Otherwise, I will see you later this week for our new release video. Bye. Okay, I just ended that video, and I just realized I didn't show you how it's continuous. I'm so sorry. I'm just going to do this super, super quick so that you can see what I'm talking about when I say that. Again, I apologize. Let me just zoom you in. So, I just wanted to clue this in there because I know that I said that I would show you, and I want to make sure that I actually show you when I say that I'm going to. So here we have one down, and I'm just going to show you on one. Don't worry, I'm not going to show you on every single one. And I cut it so that when you put the second one next to it, if you can put it down straight like me, it's really hard to put stickers down straight on this reusable sticker paper because the stickers don't want to stick to it. It ends up being continuous. If you can see here, it loops like that. Again, it's difficult to put it down straight when I don't have a straight edge, but I wanted to put it on the reusable sticker paper so I don't waste the sticker. That's bothering me that it's not straight. Less straight, more straight. Whatever, you get the concept. So when you put them next to each other, it will be continuous instead of it being like randomly cut off here and then another cut off there, and then it doesn't make sense when you put them next to each other. So that is what I mean by it being continuous. Now you can keep on watching if you want to see these put down in the planner. Otherwise, I will see you later this week. Bye.